I am a third-year PhD candidate in the nuclear engineering program inside the Department of Material Science and Engineering in the College of Engineering. And I excitedly get to work on nuclear nonproliferation. My big decision to come to UF came from my love for science from high school. And then when I did my bachelor's in astrophysics, I was like, where do I go next? And I really wanted to stay in Florida. And UF has the best nuclear engineering program in the state of Florida. When I first came for my tour, my spring visit here, it just really settled in that this is where I wanted to go. The labs here are phenomenal. The professors make great mentors, and they really just have connections everywhere. And that's how I was able to land my research position working with the Lawrence Livermore National Lab. I've always had a love for neutrinos. They're famously known as ghost particles. And so when I was 16, I was like, this is what I want to study. And I was very passionate about that idea to study the neutrino. I went to the Niels Bohr Institute abroad, and I got to see what people were researching in neutrinos. And it was all particle physics and all theoretical, and I was like, I don't want to do that. So I kind of positioned myself to be like, okay, let's find a new direction, still do neutrinos. And one of the application side of neutrinos is through nuclear engineering. You can actually use these particles to study the behavior of a nuclear reactor. And so I was like, that's what I want to do. And so that's kind of what drove me to pick nuclear engineering. And so now that's what I get to do with my project now. So that's what ultimately led me to pick my degree program for nuclear engineering. I think the coolest thing I've gotten to do so far is we were actually able to go to the Turkey Point reactor in Homestead, Florida. And so we were able to go there and see them put in their fresh fuel assembly into the reactor. And so that's not just something you can go every weekend and go see. And so I think having that opportunity to make that connection and go into a reactor and get to see them load in the fresh fuel, that was a very, very cool experience, and I would not have been able to do otherwise. I think in one sentence, how I can describe UF is it creates the opportunity for so much more. It's more research, more opportunity, more experience. There's just more out there being here at the University of Florida. If you want to do something, there are people here that'll be like, okay, we'll get it done. If there's a conference that you want to get to, if there's a paper for a journal you want to submit to, if there's a research opportunity or a course going on, there are people here that want you to be here and they want you to be successful. And so there's just more always at the University of Florida.